Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Friday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in a beautiful location, an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. And Scotty's beautiful one-bedroom apartment in Beverly Hills, California, as we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as the Devils win again. Wow, win again. Starting
harpooning.
Yes. The Kraken. Akira Schmid looking strong. I'm happy right now at 1:23 a.m. Eastern, Scotty. I am fired up. People are tired. And Max with the victory bucks, defense and goaltending, harpooned. Yes, Scotty. Don't let me interrupt you because I got to hear this game recap because a lot's going on tonight. And
okay.
Yeah, hey, you know what? It's kind of like last season.
Well, sort of, kind of, maybe. I don't know. I'll agree with the gentleman over here. We survived this game. I think this is one of the ones that we used to see the Devils lose quite often, where they would be peppering the other team with shots, but they just couldn't get it to go. This was all Akira Schmid tonight. He looked like he did in the playoffs last year. I guess maybe he's hearing the rumors about Saros and John Gibson maybe coming to town. Gotta step up his game a little bit over there. But let's talk about it. Game number 24 on the season, on the road up there in Seattle. Akira Schmid back in net. Nate Bastian out of the lineup. And Brendan Smith back in. So you know what that means. There will be a late penalty at some point in this game. First period here. Akira Schmid, again, making some big saves, looking big in net like he did during that Ranger series when he came in relief of Vitek Vanacek, and he played really, really well. I mean, he was the absolute star of the game this evening. Schmid happens! Thank you, Crossbar. Woo! Thank you, Steven. Yeah, I have the whole I am Iron Man ready to go for the second and third period there, Seattle Kraken opportunities, because they really were Iron Men, Ozzy style. And by the way, happy belated 75th to Ozzy Osbourne last week. But the Devils had a power play there in the first period, very uneventful. The Devils were, we'll say they were efficient with their shots on goal tonight. I don't even think they crossed the 20 plateau. But either way, we had an Andre Palat sighting early in this game. First period at 17-14. And hey, hang on, wait a minute, hang on. I'm getting something in my ear right now. I have a note. All right, Mrs. Wu has buzzed me in and says that we need to go to the Let's Go Devils podcast studios for the king of the football call, Sam by God Wu, with this Devils After Dark game update.
This game update is brought to you by And Crew Brew. And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Devils, Kraken in Emerald City, baby! Oh, do we have a game here? Fifth time these two franchises have met. Devils at the Kraken 10-yard line. Marino calling an audible. Hischier snaps the puck. Back to Marino. He finds Milan. Touchdown, Devils! Touchdown, Devils! Take that, Seattle! You've been harpooned! Your fans suck! Devils up 1-0! Are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
Wow. And Mrs. Wu is now stomping her way down the stairs to see what in the holy hell is happening in the dungeon. Thank you, King of the Football Call, Sam Wu, with his crown over there, for a wonderful football call on the assist, the primary assist, going to John. Don't call me Dan. Laces out, isotoner gloves, Marino. And yeah, this was a great play by both Nico and John on this. Nico gets possession of the puck, gets into the zone, starts creeping in, and he makes like a saucer rainbow pass. Not like, like 5 feet away or 2 feet away or something like this. Cross ice to the other side that just lands perfectly for John Marino to corral. And then he snaps a pass, which I think everybody thought was going to Jesper Bratt, who was parked at the side of the net. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, riding on his high horse, boom! Palat is right there, crashing in the center slot, and he's able to... I don't know if the puck actually bounced off his shin guard or if he did shovel it into the net. Don't matter. No kicking motion here. Devils up 1-0 at 17-14 of the first. Another even strength goal for this team, improving more and more. 5-on-5. Palat, his 4th of the year, coming from Marino, his 10th, and the captain starting to see his name on the score sheet just about every game. That's the way we like it. With Nico Hischier, that's now his 5th assist of the year after missing so much time early on. Second period, Jack and Eric Holla had a 2-on-1, and Holla just missed the net past Grubauer. The Devils trapped the Kraken in the zone. Holtze was right there at the side of the net. He had a pass that was coming right to him and got broken up by the Seattle defense right at the last second. Tyler Toffoli was creating chances. Those first 2 or 3 minutes of the second period, the Devils were dominating and just trapping the Kraken in their own zone. But it doesn't last for long, because the Kraken strike back. And this was really the Devils kind of getting caught in a line change. And Kevin Ball, and I think it was either Marino or Nemec was coming on the ice. Oh, no, it was Marino. And Ball is trying to, catch up with the play. The Kraken are pushing into the zone, kind of caught in the line change. Ball gets the puck with his long reach, and he tries to kind of just push it around the boards behind the net to John Marino, but the Kraken cut it off. They get the puck back behind, and then they feed right out in front for the goal. Ball can't get there to, get the stick out there. He's stretching with all of his 6'7", 6'8"ness, trying to just stretch out there to get a stick on that puck, but he can't do it. Dawson Mercer kind of late on the back check as well. Kraken tie it up 1-1 at 7:12 of the second period. And then the Devils, because we know they love those quick strike responses, they come back. And it's the rookie, the 19-year-old rookie. Which one? Luke or Simone? Oh, it's Mr. Nemec getting his first NHL goal of his career. What a response by this team. And this was set up by Jesper Bratt. Great play by him. Down low, able to feed the puck right into the center slot where Nemec is coming in, and he's able to rifle a shot to the side, past the blocker, down low, past Grubauer, and he gets it into the net for his first career NHL goal. Bratt, his 19th assist. Oh, love seeing those points pile up for Jesper, Jack, and Nico. Siegenthaler gets the secondary, his 6th of the year, 2-1 Devils. At 9:08 of the second, another even strength goal. And I don't know if you caught this or not because, the game was on ESPN, and we got a couple of things to talk about this. Were they calling him Shimon? I felt like this was like an episode of South Park, when they had like Michael Jackson. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Jefferson. Shimon on it. Shimon. I was like, Shimon? I thought his name was Simone, but hey, who am I? We just listen to whatever ESPN says, right? Schmid made some massive timely saves right after the Nemec goal. Down flat on his stomach, stretching the legs out there to cover the sides. Woo! Was that timely? And I'm telling you, Akira Schmid stole this game for the New Jersey Devils. We're going to get into it in the third period. Eric Halla took a tripping call on Matty Beniers not too long after that. And then Yamamoto slashed, I can't remember if it was Marino or Miller. It was like literally 3 seconds into that power play. And it was 4-on-4 action for almost an entire 2 minutes. But no scoring there. We go into the third period, and about halfway through, place your bets. Collect your money. Brendan Smith with a tripping call. Oh, he's back, everybody. He's on defense. So that means there's going to be some penalties there. Luckily, though, Akira Schmid on his game. I mean, he made 4 golden stops on the Kraken. I mean, he was moving side to side in that net, hugging those posts. He was coming out, playing his angles. He wasn't leaving any of those gaps open, no holes, 5-hole closed up, pads down on the ice. Remember in the beginning of the season where some of those pucks were just sliding right underneath his legs. We're not seeing that anymore. So this is all good. Well, that San Jose game, whatever. This was a good game for Akira Schmid. This looked like the Akira Schmid we saw in the playoff run last year. And wow, did he have an amazing third period when the Kraken put up 16 shots on goal at one point. And again, we've seen this a couple times now. The Devils start sitting back in the third period. We've talked about this. Their best defense is probably to keep the offense pedal to the metal. The Kraken had, I think, I wrote it down here. I don't know what the total was, though. But at one point, the Kraken had 10 straight shots. And it was over 10 minutes before the Devils had a shot of their own. It might have even been more, but that's when I wrote it down. They were at the 10 straight shots. Not good. Not what we want to see from this team. Devils get a late power play. But then the best opportunity was for the Kraken. A shorthanded 2-on-1 with Tyler Toffoli back playing defense. And, oh, baby, there's the We Are Iron Man. Boom. McCann clanks one off of the crossbar. Woo-hoo-hoo. Safe and sound. Akira Schmid standing tall in that net. The Kraken hit another post in like the final 30 seconds. They pulled Grubauer. They were trying to scramble and get some good opportunities, which they did. Right when time was expiring too, like 3-4 seconds left. I mean, that puck was just bouncing around right in the crease. Wow. Akira Schmid saved the day for the Devils as they pull off a victory 2-1. Their first win. Ready for this? Their first win of the season, scoring less than 3 goals. That should tell you all you need to know about the defense and goaltending on this team. But who cares? A win is a win. And yeah, maybe the Kraken played a little bit better tonight, but Akira Schmid proved that sometimes a good goalie on a hot streak can steal you a game or two, and that's what he did tonight, trying to solidify himself in that net as either a backup or the number one. Shots on goal for the Devils. Like I said, we'll say they were efficient with their shots tonight. 7-7-3 in the third period for a total of 17. The Kraken had 10, 12, 16 for a total of 38. We don't see this very often. Devils losing the faceoff battle. Although it was close, 28-27, we're still used to seeing the Devils just kind of pound other teams when it comes to the faceoffs. Tonight, very even, right down the middle. Both teams took an 0 on the power plays, although the Devils were 0 for 3. That one power play was literally a 4-second power play after that 4-on-4 expired. So really more like 0 for 2 there. The Kraken out hit the Devils 19-18. Devils, though, had 16 blocked shots. So like seeing that, we got a bunch of things to talk about with this victory. We got to talk about some ESPN things with their video game name banners all over the screen all the time. This is not NHL 2K. Come on. I'll give them credit. They're at least trying to come up with good ideas. You got to give them effort. You got to give it a little credit for effort there. But it's not hard to read hockey numbers on the ice. I mean, you know where 86 is. You know where 43 is. You can see it. You don't need the little video game name banners popping up all the time. I was like, get them off my screen. We'll talk a little Tanev. We'll talk about some Stadium Series unis, possibly getting a little glimpse of them. But before we do all that, let's see what the man in the dungeon has to say about this game. And everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch, X, Instagram, everything. I see you out there. Yeah, Robert, I agree. I'm not a huge fan of ESPN. But let's see what the man... Oh, that's right. And vote for our girl Peyton. I see that Sam Wu has clipped that up and pinned it on the old YouTube chat. Our girl Peyton over there at American Whiskey. She's at she's in for the Bar Boss. Is that what it is, Sam?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
All right. Yes. So go and help our girl Peyton out. You know, she's always pouring those Ann Crew brews and every other alcohol you like to drink and food you like to eat at American Whiskey. There it is. Before and after every Devils game. So go give our girl some love there and vote for Peyton. Sam's got the link pinned up on the YouTube chat. But yes, let's see what the great Sam Wu has to say about this fabulous nightcap, the thing that Sam loves the most, the 1 a.m. podcast start time. Woo!
People are asking if I took a nap. No.
You take a pregame nap?
I drank an Ann Crew brew to get through this night.
Sam took a pre-podcast nap. Then he had himself some chicken parm to, get some calories and get some energy going for the podcast later on.
Actually, a classic Italian sub from Quick Check
as well.
Okay,
a classic Italian sub.
And I guzzled it down with a peach Snapple iced tea.
Oh, wow.
Well. Yeah.
Wow, I haven't had one of those in ages,
Yeah.
man. Woo! Oh, I remember those Arizonas and Snapples.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to drink them all the time when I was a kid. Anyway. Oh, that's right, Max. I'm sorry. Sam had a Sam salad. He had a Sam salad.
Yes.
Right after his pre-podcast nap.
Yeah.
Before the pre-podcast skate as
They
well.
sprinkled some lettuce in that Italian sub.
Very nicely done. I didn't even pick up on that. That was the Sam salad for this evening.
and chocolate chip cookies. The 2 for $7 or something like that.
Sam had a brew and some hall attendees. Oh, Wyatt. Woo! Very nice. Yes, I think we should get a Sam salad going at Quick Check and Wawa,
We should.
I'd love
we
to
should
see
get some
that.
sponsorship opportunities or something like that.
Love to see that on the boards, when I'm watching the game, the Devils boards right there. Get a Sam salad at Quick Check,
Yeah. But let's get to the game. So Akira Schmid, remember the last time we saw Akira Schmid was against the Sharks, I believe.
Yeah.
And he had something to prove. He's well rested. Both Vanacek was well rested when he played the Canucks, and Schmid was well rested when they took on Seattle. And realize they're on the West Coast right now. I thought Schmid, there were some instances he got lucky, but he saw the puck the entire night. So, against defensively, there's still some lapses, but I do see some good things. It seems like I call him Simon, okay? I go by what Kate Madigan drafted him. The way she pronounced it, I'm going with the first time around because I don't know if he's Simone or whatever. But Simon Nemec, knows how to clear the puck, those rebounds. He is poised back at the blue line. Great for a second-year professional hockey player, but in his rookie season. So those are great signs. And, the defense didn't really get in Akira Schmid's way.
I'm sorry. Should the Shroom Goon, Sam Salad, extra meat, hold the veggies.
All right. Can we leave the fact? Can we leave the fact jokes at hour number 2 on this podcast? All right.
Oh God!
But
I love me a Sam Salad too, buddy.
Yeah. So, again, they pulled it off, a 2-1 victory. You're right, Scotty, that they were lucky, but they also ran into a Seattle team that couldn't buy a goal. They're on a major losing streak. Seattle did everything right.
6? Yeah. No, they did. They totally did
everything right, except for to score. So, at least, but the Devils have had a habit of being like the team where, like the Sharks, they didn't win any road games, only scored 6 goals, but they put up 6 against the Devils. The Devils are always like, the team recently that if you're going to break a trend, it's going to be against the Devils against all odds, even though the odd makers say otherwise, right? So
Sharks are on a bit of a streak right now. Don't look, but they're streaking on this road trip that they're on.
Yeah, but Akira said no. You're not going to have any goals. It was nice to see Palat score. It was also nice to see Nemec get one. He is looking. I'll tell you, a lot of people want Slavkovsky in that draft. His teammate Nemec. He
doesn't look like a 19-year-old.
No, he does not. And I may have to eat my words when I wanted Logan Cooley because I was impatient because defensemen take longer to develop, and he's still developing. I mean, he's filling to fill in Dougie Hamilton's skates in mid-season. Tells you a lot about the organization and their confidence level with Nemec. I can't.
I'll second that.
Yeah. Also, on the flip side, I thought Adam Larson looked pretty good tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention our old buddy Lars was there.
Yeah, I thought he looked pretty good tonight. Skating wise, physically, But overall, I think, the Devils are 2-0 on this trip. Bastion was out of the lineup. He didn't face his old team, but Brendan Smith.
Did I miss anything? Was there some sort of injury report or anything? Because I was looking during intermission, and I just saw that he was scratched. So I don't know if I missed something. No, he was just scratched, right?
He was just scratched.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured with our team, who knows? We've been on the injury bug this entire season so far. So I was like, I just assumed that he got hurt in the last game,
Yeah. So, overall, I thought the game was a little boring, but we can transition to the ESPN. And I don't want to go buck wild because we do have ESPN people on this podcast, so I'll be objective about it. But it's hard to do national games like this, Scotty.
Who works for ESPN for us?
What's that?
Do you?
You
work for ESPN now?
No. State of the Fan address. Emily Kaplan, Greg Wyshynski. We're actually working on Butcher Gross. So, shh. But, I'm kind of kidding around. But I'm trying to hype it up a little bit, all right? I'm just hype. I'm all a hyper at 1:46 a.m. Yeah, 1:46 a.m. Eastern when I have to get
You're
up
the
at
DJ
5:30.
Muggs of the Let's Go Devils podcast network.
Yes. Whoever that is. But
Cypress Hill, man, come on.
I don't know, Scotty. But
oh boy.
All right, but I felt like it was an NBA game, the way it was called. It just felt like an NBA or a WNBA game in some ways.
Oh, you mean the announcing?
The announcing, yeah. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It had no flow to it at all. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I thought this one was at least better than some of the ones that we got last year with what's his name, the college football dude that is like the most boring guy in the world. Yeah, McDonough, who doesn't know anyone's name. He was calling him Jesper Bratwurst. Even there was a couple times with someone announcing that you just said their name, so I won't repeat it. Where it just was like almost like a morning radio show shtick guy, like out there on the call, and I was like, I don't need that. Give me some professional announcers over here. So I didn't think this one was as bad as some of the other ones that we've seen. Am I a fan of the ESPN broadcast? Not really. No, because you're right. It does seem it's just seems like an afterthought to them. It's like football, baseball, basketball, whatever with the hockey. Go ahead and have fun, kids. Don't worry about it. It's just like it's yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? I know our good friend David Decker of Town Toyota in Route 46 in Ledgewood, New Jersey, where you get the greatest Toyotas out of David Decker. Great prices, great deals, all that kind of stuff. He would agree that if ESPN, when they got the NHL hockey back, I just wish they just would have gotten Thorne and Clement back together for at least 2 years, because a lot of us just absolutely, including myself, miss them, and they were taken away from us during that 1 year lockout, and then suddenly there's the Outdoor Life Network. Remember those days?
Oh yeah,
OLN, and like, what the heck is this? And like, what the heck is that?
And Versus, right? Didn't it turn into Versus?
Then Versus, right? And then NBC Sports, and then it just evolved. I mean, at least they were smart enough to get Doc Emmerich, but it just, if ESPN, I mean, a lot of us remember Clement and Thorne, the ESPN days, and then there's a generation that knows Clement and Thorne with EA Sports. It would have been a great transition back, and then you can kind of like bring your new, broadcast team. But right now they're in their mid-70s. But it would have been cool if they did that, because then it's like, okay. But instead they bring, like you said, it's like almost like the Z Morning Zoo of hockey. Just it's almost like a Manning cast in a way. When they first brought it back. So, I mean, tonight wasn't that bad, but I was just bored out of my mind.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't think it was. I like when they have Bob Wischusen on there, although I think he might be with Fox Sports now, but he was with ESPN doing hockey for a while, and I know he used to do. I think he used to do the Jets games, maybe the Rutgers games as well. I like Bob Wischusen. I think he does a good job.
Yeah.
Some of them do, but some of them, like I said, tonight I didn't think was too horrible. But I've definitely seen, a lot worse. My whole problem tonight was that those little name banners that kept popping up all over the place. I'm like, can we please? That's almost. I was going to ask you, what's worse, the name banners or the glow puck? The ESPN name banners or the Fox Sports glow puck? Which one would Sam Wu rather have?
If I had my choice, and hey, ESPN, since you like to monetize, they should have like an option to turn that off for $2.99 a month. I'd rather pay that. Tell you the truth, I'd pay $2.99 just to mute, and but
so you can have the that's in the ads free subscription. Yeah. You can turn off all those ESPN.
Yeah. Those boards that drive me dizzy. Those moving boards as well. Also, I've submitted my football calls to ESPN as well, so I'm trying to get a job there as an announcer.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
So
okay.
I'm trying to go easy on them, Scott.
All right.
But yeah, I mean,
you can make everything better.
To tell you the truth, it's information overload. Like, just get great camera people and just let the game present itself. It's just too much. It's way too much. And if you're trying to bring an outside audience in, I think that's just, again, it's just too confusing, too much information at once. Show the game, show the speed, show the hits, show the skill. That's what sells, and the fights as well. And but
and I agree here. I think TNT does it. I think TNT does a great job with their broadcasts.
Of course they do.
Their broadcasts are amazing. It was such a good move for them, for the NHL to get in line with TNT. Not only just the broadcasts that they do in game, but also a lot of the hype around the NBA on TNT is the intermission reports and the pre-games with Shaq and Barkley. Yep. You can say what you want about Biz, but someone just said it right here. M.O. Peyton over here. Biz, you can be annoyed with him or whatever, but he's funny and he's entertaining. Wayne Gretzky, I love watching Wayne Gretzky on the TNT broadcast.
Yep.
Like that dude is like ultimate legend right there. And he starts opening up and talking about these things and telling these stories. And he's a bit of a goofball too, like he's got a good sense of humor on him. Your old best friend, Rick Tocchet, when he was there, him and Biz like going back and forth, like arguing, like it's really entertaining. It really is.
Yep.
I think PK and Steve Levy, I like Steve Levy. I think he does a good job, but he's like, I'm going to be in studio. I don't want to be traveling all over the place all the time. So he's going to do that studio gig. PK's pretty good. I don't really need all the fashion stuff, but I mean, like, that's his thing. So whatever. It makes it a little, for a little something there in the intermission. But I think the TNT broadcast is just absolutely amazing. And I think this is Robert over here. Yeah. And actually, that's the one time I actually don't mind Henrik Lundqvist because I think he does a pretty good job on the TNT broadcast as well. Didn't he tell that story about Tortorella yelled at him for going to the beach for a day or something like that? That is classic Tortorella over there, man.
I can see that conversation. Be like,
Henrik,
what's the matter with you? And Henrik, being the polite guy he is, and then Tortorella's like, you've got no cups. You see this ring? You want this ring? I'll show you how you get this ring. Get off the beach.
He benches Henrik Lundqvist for going to the beach. Oh my God, Tortorella! He's so funny, man.
If he was ever the Devils coach, I would love him.
I would love and hate it at the same time. Yeah. But I love like listening to interviews and stuff with Twitter. I mean, all the stuff with why can't I think? Who's the reporter that would always get under his skin?
Larry Brooks.
Larry Brooks. Oh my God, those old YouTube clips. I know we've played them a tons of times. They are just so hysterical. Oh my God, they're so funny. But yeah, Kevin Weeks is good too. I love Weeksy. He's really great. I always see him more on NHL Network.
Yeah,
with Rupper and Dano and the rest of the crew over there. But either way, we'll hopefully get back to some Danico and Captain Bill Spaulding on Saturday. Real quick though, I know because we're pretty late here, and I don't want to keep Sam Wu up too late. Chris Tanev still out there. However, the Leafs have moved John Klingberg over there to IR. So if you were wondering, the reason why they didn't get Zadorov is because they couldn't convince the Flames to eat so much of Zadorov's contract. Now they actually have a little bit more wiggle room. Tanev is a Toronto native. Would still love to see him on the Devils, but that one might get in the way because Toronto's going to go calling for Chris Tanev. And I know our good friend Beer Baron sent us, me and Sam Wu and Shorts Guy, the text in our chat. Did everyone see the Utica Comets
Oh, those jerseys.
Black and red jerseys. Woo, baby.
You know what?
Are they beautiful? I hope that's a sign of things to come for the Stadium Series. Sam.
I'm hoping that the Harris Blitzer Sports Entertainment calls up the marketing team, recalls the marketing team from Utica,
and hires them for the Devils.
And send down the Devils marketing team back down to Utica.
Send them back to the minors. Utica gets it right, man. They do really well.
Maybe they'll clear waivers. I don't know, but recall the Utica
clear waivers. Let's put our marketing team on
the people that invented the jersey, send them down for conditioning or something.
Oh man. If anyone out there on YouTube, Facebook, whatchamacallit, X and Twitch and Instagram, whatever, check out those Utica jerseys. They are slick. And I know I've been seeing those Beer Baron sent us those red scarves with the black Devils logo and stuff like that. Oh man. I just hope. Listen, I know some people like the jersey. I am not a fan of the jersey. I probably would be if there was actually a Devils logo on it. But I really, really hope that they get this Stadium Series jersey right. I mean, just get it right.
But
I'll give you a pass on the jersey if you get this one right.
Is it Adidas that's designing it? It's not the Devils themselves.
I have no idea.
I would have to assume, because it's the NHL sanctioned event, that it would be with their partners.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the Devils marketing and all that. I think their designers, don't include Marty Brodeur.
Oh, poor Marty. I think they do. They just knew. They're like, this isn't going to go over well with a lot of people. Just pull Brodeur in on it, so maybe more people will like it if they just see Brodeur.
This is what Brodeur's thinking. It's like, look, I got one more kid in college right now. I got to pay for. So, put my name on it.
Put my name on it.
Yeah,
give me a little bonus right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Shroom. I'm not a fan of the jersey. If it had some more red in it and it had the Devils logo on the front, I'd be all about it.
I like everything but that jersey font.
I don't like that. I wish they could put like the actual outline of the state on the shoulder or somewhere. I mean, that is a big thing. If you grew up in New Jersey or you live in New Jersey, I can't tell you how many friends I know have like tattoos of like the actual state right there. Yeah. Right to Sam Woo's, what is that? Your right? Well, it's Sam's, your right, Sam's left. Look at that. Yeah. That beautiful Jersey state outline right there. I love that they added that to the center ice.
Yep.
If you don't know, at the Prudential Center, the center ice now has outlines of the state of New Jersey across it.
And the Jersey, I mean, they pay homage to the history of New Jersey. What, 2 hockey teams that went defunct that nobody knows about?
It was the Newark Bulldogs who played all of 2 seasons there. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, the Devils have more history in New Jersey than those teams. It's not like, this is the friggin' Hartford Whalers or something like that we're, coming after. We have the Devils have more history than any other hockey team in that state by far. So celebrate yourselves. I'd like the stripes and everything, but I wish there was red in between with the white, it
missed the mark. It had the right idea in some sense, but at the same time, it was just failed miserably. That third jersey, that black jersey, was meant for somebody's career, not for the fans. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Who said that? Serve Brodeur still making that Enterprise rent-a-car money.
Well, he's got a young kid, that still needs to go to college.
Remember those commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember them.
Oh man. Well, good win. I mean, it was a kind of a tough game tonight. I think the Devils kind of lucked out a little bit, but Sometimes you have players that can drive you to a victory. And tonight, Akira Schmid was that player for the Devils that was able to lift his team up, put him on his shoulders, which, Sam, every now and then you need a goaltender to do that.
Yep.
So big win for them. First time they've won a game without scoring more than 3 goals. So they did something right tonight, but a lot of it was Akira Schmid. And I will say I think I only counted like 1 or 2 odd man rushes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there was one, again, they played it perfectly. The goaltender, Akira Schmid, played the shooter, and I forgot, it was a Nemec that was playing the
I just remember the one on the power play when it was shorthanded, and that was actually Tyler Toffoli, who was back on defense at that point. I think there was one other one as well.
Maybe it was Toffoli. Yeah, I think it was Toffoli.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Nick Villano and I had a discussion on the State of the Fan address because there were the analytics people saying that the Devils give up the least amount of 2-on-1s or something, and it was like, yeah, but and a lot of people that read those analytics say, see, it's the goaltending. It's definitely goaltending. It's like, no, if you go back to the tape, the fundamentals aren't there. The defenseman is taking the wrong person. That's why they're scoring, So,
and that's also probably 5-on-5 statistics instead of looking at total statistics, where we know the Devils, they were giving up a number of shorthanded goals in the beginning of the season, all on odd man rushes, and that's what they did tonight. The odd man rush was a shorthanded opportunity for the Kraken. That McCann popped it off the iron.
Yeah.
So maybe 5-on-5, but you have to look at the total picture. And also, when you give up that shorthanded opportunity, holy hell, is that a momentum swing if they actually score?
Yep. Also, we joke about it, but I want to bring up towards the end of the game, the no fun zone. They cleared out that crease.
Yeah.
Schmid was able to see most of those shots that were the onslaught. The post helped. Okay, he got lucky on some of them. But the bottom line is they did not overpower Schmid and just basically pushed the puck in the net. They collapsed. Nobody got through.
Yep.
Devils win. In years past, they would, you could bully the Devils. You could just throw John Marino into the goaltender, and somehow they get away with it and then score.
He did a good job clearing the crease tonight.
Yep. So
there were a number of saves where, you're right. Akira Schmid had the perfect, viewing lane there to be able to track the puck and just, they glove save, easy glove save. Boom. And he wasn't giving up any fat rebounds either.
Yeah. And this was his rebound game. After that performance, coughing up the puck when he should have covered it up against the Sharks. He wanted.
Oh, right, when he knocked the one away from Luke.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, this is a great sign because Schmidt just had one bad game. And now the Devils have won 5 of 6, right? Is it 5 of 6 now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they're going to play Calgary, I believe, on Saturday, an afternoon game. Am I right on that?
Yeah, 2 afternoon games.
Yeah.
Calgary and Edmonton are both 1. Well, they're 1 p.m. for me, I think. So what's that? 4? It's 4 o'clock for you guys.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some good hockey and over the weekend. And right now, as Devils fans, we really can't complain. What happens if, so far this season, and we're not even at the halfway point, they lost their captain. They lost Jack Hughes.
They lost Timo Meier.
Dougie Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Miller started on the injured list.
Yep.
They've had
Eric Halla.
Yeah, Eric Halla. A lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And again, don't look at the standings right now, but just look at how they're progressing. I think they're just going to be just fine. They're not going to break records like they did last season, but you never know with this team. Their power play, I think they're missing Dougie on that power play right now.
I feel like Luke was just, he was kind of like eating up all that time on PP1. So
yeah. So,
but I think Insane Pollock hit it here though. Schmid went and totally redeemed himself tonight.
Totally. Again, I think he's the number one. I don't
Still
think...
got room if you want to go to Aspen. Sam knows that one.
Yeah,
Sam knows that one.
Oh, big hopes. All right. Well, see you later.
Well, see you later. Well, we made calamari out of the Kraken tonight. Akira Schmid had the harpoon gun, and he harpooned that puck right into his glove and saved the day for the Devils, who picked up the victory. And don't forget, also, there's a West Coast swing here. This is a big time difference and everything like that. Sometimes these trips don't go so well. We know they can be bonding experiences, but also they can be nightmares at sometimes too. So happy to see the Devils pick up 2 wins in a row on this road trip. Calgary, get a nice view of Chris Tanev. Hopefully he won't be a Toronto Maple Leaf anytime soon. Hopefully he'll be wearing a New Jersey Devil sweater. And then Sunday, that's going to be fun. McDavid, Draisaitl, Jack and Luke and Jesper. Woo! It's going to be an offensive juggernaut. Now watch it be like a 1-0 game because I said that. But I think we're going to see some fireworks on Sunday.
Oh, absolutely. And, we'll have it covered here on Devils After Dark and Game Day Live. I'm hitting the music, Scotty.
I hear you.
Final words?
And we'll be back on Saturday and Sunday. I can't wait. So keep this streak going.
Yep. Just remember to vote for Peyton.
Oh, yeah. Vote for Peyton.
Vote for Peyton.
And get your Sam Wu cameos.
Yes. If you want me to talk smack to your coworkers, $5 can get that done. Just tell me what to say within reason. Devils win. Yeah, Devils win 2-1. Till next time, let's go Devils.